Hello everyone, welcome back to PassionWaterTarot. We're going to do a missing person reading. It's very unsolved. There's a whole lot of waiting and not knowing. And that's very hard and heavy on those who are invested in this person. So before we get started, let's ask Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels and ancestors to come into this reading with love and light to provide the highest level of clarity to those receiving messages, and ask that the chakras be cleared to allow those messages to be received with ease. Today, let's talk about Kaitlyn Abree Ledbetter. She's a 25-year-old female, and she's been staying with her father in Turkeytown Road in Overton County, Tennessee. I believe the town itself is called Hilham, Hilham. And the Overton County Sheriff's Department has been searching for her since May the 2nd, 2021. There's very little to go on. So, let's start off with a positive affirmation for all those invested, for all those who love and cherish Kaitlyn, for all those who are searching and looking for Kaitlyn and looking for the answers to bring justice to this situation. The positive affirmation is today, I am responsible. Today, let's see if we can get it in clear. Today I will make good choices that will bring me health and happiness. Make good choices. Stand up for what's in your best interest, what's in your highest good. Is that what Kaitlyn did? Was that her choice? We have two cards flying out here for the synopsis of the reading. And the first one is about self-indulgence. Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Knowing your self-worth, knowing your value. Recognizing that somebody may not have the best intention around you. Standing up for what's in your highest good. Oh, we have three cards, forgive me. The Dragonfly. Be light, healed, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Things are coming to light. Things are going to be revealed. That's a sign from Spirit. That things are being processed now. That evidence is being compiled regarding the hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. Just those three cards right there. You know, that's the synopsis. So somebody is standing up for themselves. Seeing their self-worth. Seeing that somebody doesn't have their best interest at hand. And somebody's investigating. How did this take place? What happened? What really happened? People can say a lot of things. That doesn't make it true. That's why people investigate. Then they bring the hammer down. And they nail the facts to the wall. Let's talk about this young lady's disappearance. Somebody, and it doesn't say in the articles, is reporting that she was wearing pajama shorts with a light blue polka dots and a royal blue sleeveless t-shirt and no shoes at the time. But that she walked into the woods. Now mind you, this is Tennessee. There's a lot of woods. She doesn't seem like she's dressed to be going off into the woods. Maybe if she was going up the road to meet somebody for a ride, but not to go into the woods. Now, I don't know if you remember. I talk about it all the time. You should. I live against the woods. I'm the last house against the woods. Not in Tennessee. I'm in Oklahoma. And there ain't nobody going down there barefoot. And even in May, they're most likely not going in pajamas. Okay? Some nice shorts maybe, but not pajamas. The romance card for this reading is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. The truth to be revealed. They said that they did do a bloodhound search, but it yielded no results. So they went into the woods with dogs looking for her, trying to track her. And they didn't get a path. They did not get a path. They did not find a way to track her scent. So where did she really go? Where is she? Archangel card is hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of the worries and feel their love and blessings. Whoops. Yeah, hold on. Let me get that affirmation card. There we go. Alright, so let me throw the lemon twist. Hello, Buttercup. I love my intuitive cat. You do like to show up. Right when I'm throwing in the lemon twist, huh? What's the lemon twist of this reading? Well, it's what happened after she went missing in May. Because supposedly she had an argument with her dad, and that's why she stormed out of the house into the woods, barefoot, in pajamas. But you're talking about a 25-year-old woman, not a 12-year-old kid. Those are more the actions of a child who's mad, not a grown woman. But about 3 months ago, that house burned down. Yeah, so any evidence that hasn't already been collected inside that house is gone. But what they did discover after the fire was that Kaitlyn's dad, his girlfriend, was dead in the basement. Now, I looked And I have not seen what the cause of death was. Was it smoke inhalation or something else? But considering there's been no arrest that I can find, I'm going to go with smoke inhalation. But the house is on fire, so why are you down in the basement and not coming out? If you're conscious and the house is on fire, why are you in the basement? And was there a door in the basement to come out of the house? If not, why did you come up the stairs to come out of the burning house? I understand there's not a lot of outward motion from the Overton County Sheriff's Department for the search for Kaitlyn. If you have any information, if you recall any interactions with her, her father, the girlfriend, or anybody else that was associated with Kaitlyn, please call the Overton County Sheriff's Department to give them a heads up. They're still building a timeline of events. Their phone number is 931-823-5635. Now, the first card coming out in this region is the World. Things were going pretty good. Kaitlyn was seeing promise in her life. Kaitlyn was seeing promise in her future. Opportunities. Enthusiasm. A new beginning. Staying with her dad. Promises being made. People can make a lot of promises. It's the follow through that tends to be the problem. But let's see what else happened. So, Spirit, what happened on the day that Kaitlyn vanished? The day that Kaitlyn disappeared? What can you tell us about that day? Did anyone harm Kaitlyn? Or did she decide to walk off and start a new life? Six of Swords. She was trying to appease somebody. Trying to find a way to improve a relationship. To come over to calmer shores with this relationship. There was turmoil. There was a lot of discomfort in this relationship. Did Kaitlyn walk out of the house and go into the woods? This cards feel like they want to stick together. The Empress in reverse is most likely a male with control issues, anger issues, felt that everybody owed them something. I'm seeing Kaitlyn trying to find a way to improve the relationship with her father. A lot of communication, back and forth communication, a lot of talking, almost non-stop talking. And some of it's rather passionate. That's the 8 of Wands. But I see somebody traveling over a small creek, a small water area. This conversation is going badly. I knew it. The 9 of Swords is causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, a lot of animosity, a lot of stress. Somebody's demanding their way. And then there's hitting. A lot of hitting. And there's a female involved. And that female has absolutely no control whatsoever. It feels like there's drugs involved here, or some type of an addiction. It may be alcohol, it may be sex, it may be mental illness, but it's absolutely between this male and this female here. Hold on. See if I can make it where you can see those cards a little better. Sorry. Between this male and this female, they have control issues, okay? There was hitting involved, striking, demanding control. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse, digging something up, digging a hole to bury the past. The Star in reverse, and a broken heart. The loss of hope, burying the past, letting go of the past. There's no more hope in it. The love is gone. There's no way to fix it. This was a requested reading, okay? So it is It's hard doing these readings with information being revealed whenever you don't know the person. But when somebody's looking for answers, it's even harder. I do believe that the Overton County Sheriff's Department is aware that Kaitlyn is most likely not with us any longer, and that these two people, one of them inflicted irreversible damage to her, and the other one helped to dispose of her remains. I do believe that she is just beyond a creek and that she is somewhat buried. And when I say buried, it may not be dug a hole, it may be brush, limbs that is on top of her. Maybe a large tree trunk to hide her. But I do believe that the sheriff is, and that's why the house burnt down. The evidence, getting rid of the evidence. And this person dying in that house fire, that wasn't no accident. That was no accident. It may have been planned to look like an accident, but it was no accident. I do believe alcohol is involved here, if not some type of other illicit substances, okay? Now, Spirit, where can we find evidence as to where Kaitlyn is at? Where can we find evidence as to who harmed Kaitlyn? Oh, that's a lot of cards. The Six of Cups, yeah. Somebody she had already dealt with. Somebody she did not have a good relationship with anymore. It was rather sour. Four of Pentacles, they did not see value in her. They did not see value in their own self. The Nine of Wands. This person kind of sees themselves as a warrior. They're invincible, but they're full of lies. They're full of false truth. They wear a mask. And the detectives. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. The Hermit in reverse. That's the detectives. This is this. If it's going to be the FBI, I doubt it for this case. But the Sheriff's Department, all the detectives involved, I'm sure they've collected DNA whenever they first went into the house. And now, with the house burning down and the female being discovered deceased in the basement, this is them putting the puzzle together. See, there they are with the light. And now they're coming out of their offices to arrest this person and not allow them to get away with hurting others, and not allow them to get away would continue to wear this false mask. Is there any clarifiers for this spirit? So this is going to be solved by police, law enforcement, detectives, and people who call the sheriff's department and let them know about timelines, opportunities that you saw Kaitlyn, you saw her dad, you saw her dad's girlfriend, you saw other people with them, you heard things. Call. Help build that timeline together to solve this case. Judgment in reverse. Yeah. They're not going to rise up. This person hurt Kaitlyn is not going to get the opportunity to rise up like the phoenix and start all over again. No, they're not. The judgment is going to come down on them. And they're going to have to pay for their karma. Now, what's the most likely outcome of this reading? Hope. Kaitlyn had a lot of hope for her future. And I see many of you continuing to carry her hope in the future. Even if it's just encouraging another person, smiling at that person, acknowledging them. If you see somebody they're in a toxic relationship like Kaitlyn was, help them, encourage them so that they can help build themselves out of it. And it's clarified by 5 of Wands. Toxic relationships. There is hope to get out of those situations. So what is the card of advice for everyone invested in this reading? For all those who are family, friends, soul tribe. For those who are the detectives, the law enforcement, the searchers. It's a sacred union. Please pay attention to the feelings that you have. It's a sacred union. The energy of Kaitlyn is guiding you, along with spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, to bring justice to her situation. It's a partnership. It's for the love of Kaitlyn. And that's what it is. This is all about the love for Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn did not see this coming. She did not realize that this person had this within them to attack her at such a level. I have to ask more questions. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors, do you have any other information regarding the disappearance of Kaitlyn Ledbetter that you would like to reveal to us? Ten of Pentacles. Look where the promises were made. where there should have been loyalty, stability, groundedness. Start there. Anything else, Spirit? Clarify the Ten of Pentacles, Spirit, please. The Nine of Pentacles, from the 10 to the 9 in reverse. So what should have been a solid foundation for a family, for loyalty, trust, and groundedness, now we have a pretty independent female lost, harmed, separated from her tribe. Look where it should have began. The police already understand. They understand the assignment. There is no trail for the dogs to follow, which is 9 times out of 10 saying Kaitlyn did not leave outside that house. Not of her own free will. Not on her own 2 feet. What took place within the home. Within a home especially. A home where there should have been stability and groundedness for Kaitlyn. We'll stop it there for this reading. If we need to revisit Kaitlyn again, we can do that at a later date. But for those invested, you absolutely need to stay in contact with the Sheriff's Department and encourage everybody around that town to call in with what they know, with what they saw, with what they hear. Somebody here, somebody at the store, looking all funny when Kaitlyn's name is mentioned, as if she's supposed to just disappear. Call it in. Call it in. I'll see you all soon with your next reading. Namaste.